Black Arts, how you doing, bud? We got Rage Wood in the house. Superman Alpha coming in, getting those codes. Hey, let me know if any of those codes don't work, Superman Alpha. We've had those codes for a while now. There might be one or two that don't work. I haven't heard that they don't, but just in case, let me know. That way we can update it. All right, what do we have new going on? This is the test server, so these events really don't matter much, and I think they're a day behind. All right, what are we going to test? There were a lot of people talking about the Inventor set. Is the Inventor set better on people like Shaltar? We didn't try Shaltar. Like yesterday, I did all my testing in my video that I put out last night. I did my testing on Bledin here with you guys on stream, and then I did that same exact test with the same gear or comparable gear on Sigrid. But obviously, it wasn't heroes that do something like Shaltar that's all derivative damage. Like, that's all he does is derivative damage. Would the Inventor set be better on Shaltar than the one set that ignores 20% defense for derivative damage? Yeah, she'll be good. I mean, I don't think Ardrith is like crazy overpowered, but I do think that she's definitely good and 100% worth getting. Like, you shouldn't skip this. It's not like the last event we had. The last event was pretty garbage. Chitty, what's happening, buddy? The Utir, I think his name is, event we had. It was the very first legendary event we had. We all went after him. We all went pretty hard just because there was nothing else to do. You know, this was the event for the Chief Challenges. We went for him, and then everybody was extremely disappointed. Still to this day is extremely disappointed. But they haven't done anything. You know, they haven't done balancing, so I would assume if they do balancing one day, maybe they'll balance that guy a little bit. Maybe they'll make him a little bit better. One can hope. Okay, what were we going to check out? Let me go over here and see about derivative damage on somebody like Shaltar. Now, the problem with Shaltar is when I have him built, I also want to test out damage on, who is it? Who's the pirate? Karf? Karf, everybody's always, not everybody, but there's a few people that are always saying that Karf can do crazy damage. That they're in arena and Karf just kind of lights them up. I want to see what kind of damage we can actually get with Karf, with Enlightenment, with good gear, and see if it really is, you know, compared to somebody like Varesh that hits the whole entire board. And just see what the damage difference is. Now, Karf gets the Enlightenment bonus, so we can't really see it off of the straight numbers. Because we've got Enlightenment here of 1,000. 1,000% of Enlightenment, 200% of attack, and then we go to somebody else that can hit the whole entire board, like our Epic, and we're looking at straight up attack, like most heroes. We get 3 hits of 220, so total 660, which really isn't a lot. 660 is not crazy for ultimate, but it hits the whole entire board. Far better than crit attack than an Enlightenment? Yeah, it could be, right? And I think what happens is, same thing that happens with Varesh, when you're hit with somebody like that, they have Witch's Remains on. So if that first barrage, because they're doing 3 attacks, applies Witch's Remains, then it feels like the rest of the damage is a lot. Because you got that decreased defense up on you of 50%. So the rest of so total damage, it feels like a lot. It will. Especially if they apply Witch's Remains right away on that first hit, and the other 2 hits smack you for much more damage. Avelius, what's going on with him? Derivative damage, is it damage over time? No, it's not damage over time. Derivative damage is just, it says derivative damage. Any hero that says derivative damage like this damage cannot crit. And it shows it over here on the side. Damage generated by a specific skill gains an Enlightenment bonus, but cannot trigger critical hits. Crit. It says trigger crit, which means critical hits. So basically, this derivative damage is 50% of attack. But you can increase derivative damage with Enlightenment as well. You can either increase your attack really high, or you can increase your Enlightenment and your attack. Both will increase this. And then if you look on your hero card over here on the right-hand side, whenever they have derivative damage, you can click on it. Like, you can click on HP, defense, attack, everything over here on the right-hand side, and it'll pull up this menu. And it will tell you how much additional derivative damage is doing. Increases the hero's derivative damage by 132% currently. And he's got 265 enlightenment. So then we got to find the balance. We got to see if it's worth putting high enlightenment on this person along with attack. So normally you would gear out somebody like this with enlightenment on the chest, enlightenment on the rune, attack percentage on the gloves, give them higher attack, and then attack here on the rune. That's really all you can do to get a lot of enlightenment and a lot of attack. Now, whether that makes it hit harder or not, you have to kind of test it. It really depends on how much enlightenment they're getting. There are some heroes that only get a few, a few hundred. There's some that get like a few thousand. We've got this new guy here that really benefits from enlightenment.
Close your eyes,
Enlightening, this one. 4,600% of enlightenment. That's a lot. So for sure we'd want to go high enlightenment on this guy. Now on somebody like Karf, like this other person just said a minute ago, they were getting better results with attack. So you got to pay attention to what this guy does. 1,000 of enlightenment, 3 hits. So really it's kind of like 3,000% of enlightenment total. And 600% of attack. So I would think with enlightenment on Karf, it would do fairly well. But you never know. That's why you have to test it. You just don't know. Yeah, what are we testing? I did want to look at derivative damage, but I also want to try out this guy with... Where's this wild guy? This wild guy, Alfie. Alfie gets... He's singing right now. Can you hear him sing? I've never heard... I don't usually play with the volume on. Like, very rarely play with the volume on, but I've been playing it with you guys. Do you hear the background sounds? At all? Or do I need to turn it up? I didn't know this guy sings. Oh, that was hilarious. You can barely hear it? I could turn it up a little bit. Okay, you ready? Here you go.
Take your time. Haste breeds mistakes.
Oh no, he said take your time, haste breed mistakes. Oh, now he doesn't want to talk. He's Scanlan's brother, right? Scanlan's brother, that'd be awesome. Man, do you think if they did a Vox Machina collaboration, that would be nuts. This would be the coolest game to have that collaboration too, man. This would be the coolest game. He's fired. It would be the coolest. It would be a really cool collab, and I think it would get a lot of people trying it out.
After your meal, an apple pie treat grants longevity, a life so sweet.
I don't know what he says. Apple pie tree grants longevity, a life so sweet. So he gets 100% additional attack over time once he does these wild checks, which would give him, 100% additional attack. I'm thinking might give him high enough attack that when we use the, what was it, Emperor set, and we saw how well the Emperor set is if you have really high attack, at least on the test dummy, that this guy might be able to do well with the Emperor set. But the only place we've been using wild is on the Chief Challenge. Matt did the voice of Sagamir? 100% accuracy, Sigrid, a debuffer. Just like Durango. Oh, Durango. Yeah, Durango is really hard to gear out. Like, Durango is... I don't know. That's the issue with Durango. They want you to have crit rate. They want you to have accuracy. They want you to have high attack or high enlightenment for the poisons, which you don't even worry about the poisons debuff with Durango. You just try to get damage out of him. Give him crit rate, damage. Crit rate will increase his ultimate ability on that battle skill. And you just try to make Durango work. But unfortunately, they've done a little bit too much. Try to spread too many stats out with him so that it doesn't make him great. Summons the Nexus for 15 seconds. 50% additional to do wild procs. Ignores 35% of the enemy's defense. I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. I'm surprised. 300% of attack. Plus, he's going to get 100% additional attack, and then we're going to be using that one gear on him. I don't know. We'll try that later on. Okay, what do you guys want to test out? Do you see? What do you want to know? What kind of best gear suits Karth?
Got a big job coming up. Want to join me?
And if he can really pull out some crazy damage, or are there better things for us to test? This shouldn't take long. We should be able to go with Emperor set. No, Emperor Inventor set. We should be able to put the Inventor set on him. Give his ultimate attack with his ultimate increase. 94% chance to crit. Enlightenment. Depends on what we have here for crit rate. If we can get high enough crit rate. 10% crit, 12% crit. Okay. Yeah, 107. Now here we just need enlightenment. Well, we need crit rate for this. Okay, now on the chess piece, we just find any enlightenment. That was nice. Okay, he's well over 100% chance to crit. We've got critical. Why is it? Man, I hate this display error.
Want to join me?
Okay, we've got crit rate, which we might want to go attack. I don't know. I still think we want crit rate because he can crit, so we want crit rate. It's not like he's doing derivative damage. We're just doing additional damage with enlightenment. We've even got a 10 enlightenment here. Attack, which is good. Enlightenment. And attack again. Okay, hold on one second. Let me grab a tissue. Critical damage glove, runes. What's going on? Yeah, I'll use enlightenment first. We'll do everything enlightenment wise with him. 100% chance to crit, so the damage will be the same, and then we'll look. And I'm really curious about his barrage, like just the one hit barrage. I'm not so worried about overall 5 minutes of damage, but I'm curious what the actual, when people get hit with that one barrage, they're saying that it's strong. I don't think it's much stronger than like any other kind of skill, but that's what I want to see. I want to see if that really hits extremely hard or not. Let me pull up some documents so I can kind of, if I need to jot down some damage numbers. Sheets? Google Sheets? Is that what we're using? Yeah, I think so. Okay. All right, let's do them on single target test dummy here. You guys don't hear the action moves? Is it too loud? I definitely don't want it to be too loud. I don't want you guys to hear them screaming and shooting. As long as it's kind of in the background, that's fine. I don't want it to be too loud. What do we see here? Matt Mercer? That's how you found out about this game, because he did the voice for one of the heroes? Derivative set. What are you talking about, Hellspawner? Derivative set for this guy? No way. No way derivative damage ignoring 20% defense is going to be better than other sets. Like this set for him getting 32% additional damage. This isn't Shoutar where you're only doing derivative damage. This guy doesn't even do that much derivative damage. He's just doing damage based off of enlightenment, but not much derivative damage. No way derivative damage will do that set. Will do more. Unless it's bugged and he's ignoring 20% defense all the time. No way. Low enlightenment with 100% crit. I mean, we don't have to play around with that at all. All we got to do is just keep them kind of the same stats and just switch out the attack for enlightenment, and we'll be able to know right away. We don't have to mess with anything else. If you get more critical damage, sure, but we'll know immediately just from keeping the stats the same and then switching from enlightenment to attack. If you want to get more critical damage, and then you have the crit rate for it, then he'll do more damage. But we'll know from this testing which one does more. I think I'm spilling water all over myself. I don't know. I need to test him out too because I'm curious. Because I use Zorak. Is it Zorak? The Frost Blast guy, the Ice Blast. I use him in a derivative damage set too, and I'm curious if he's going to do more damage with this set. I am. And he'll keep up these 4 stacks just like everybody else pretty easily. His passive does do derivative damage. Only his passive does derivative damage, but not a lot. Not compared to his normal attacks. Look at these normal attacks. Normal attacks are critting for 4,000, right? They're critting for 15,000. Derivative damage is a small portion of this guy's overall damage. It's not the majority portion. So there's no way in the world if you're going to put in a set where overall we're getting 32% additional damage compared to only the derivative damage is ignoring 20% defense. There's no way possible that will do more damage. Yeah, it's only his passive though. And it's the white numbers here. Yeah, it's not possible. That set is strictly built for people who are doing a lot of derivative damage. And derivative damage isn't the majority of his damage here. It'd be really cool if they did split up damage. Like if you click on a hero at the end of the fight and you could see where their damage, like it would say the ultimate did this much total damage, the battle skill did this much, basic attack did this much, and then, you know, derivative damage did this much. It'd be cool if they had that. Yeah, Hell Spawner, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. He does do derivative damage. It's not the majority of his overall damage. On Flora, it's insane. What's insane on Flora? Did we do 5 minutes on this guy? Carf. $2 million? All right, that was with the Inventor set. All right, let's look at these stats, see what we've got here.
Pirates don't speak of the past. Only the future matters.
Only 3,771 attack? Oh, that's right, because we got the Enlightenment on him. 200 in attack. $3,771 attack. 210 enlightenment. %100% chance to crit as always. Then he's got 124 critical damage. Okay, let's switch out this gear for attack, right? Susu says derivative damage, but not all the time. Well, it should be derivative damage too. Yeah, I will say it is a little bit confusing. In the beginning, when you're looking at all these heroes that say derivative damage, you're wondering, and it doesn't always give a good description on the side. Like, it's not always the same. Like, every hero, when you look at their skills, it doesn't always say the same thing on the side. It's kind of weird. It is kind of unusual. All right, so can we keep kind of the same? We should be able to keep similar stats. All we're changing is the chest piece. Now, this chest piece has enlightenment plus attack. So it'd be nice to find another one with attack with a little bit of enlightenment on the bottom and then crit rate. Hold the same crit rate to where we're at 100%. Which should be kind of easy to do because we're looking at attack percentage, a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of enlightenment. Was it currently one hit into... It's one hit into attack, plus it's got basic attack too, flat attack. Wow. This might be okay. This is a little bit more enlightenment than I kind of want. Okay, there's one hit into enlightenment, plus attack. This is perfect. This is almost exactly the same. Enlightenment is one hit, just like attack percentage is one hit. We've got the flat attack at 34. This has got a flat attack of 29. Equip that bad boy. Now we need to get
Got a big job coming up.
this enlightenment. And it's got nothing special on here at all. It does have skill haste. Skill haste is 16. So it would be kind of nice to match that as well. Skill haste 16, attack speed. Attack. Skill haste. What was the other part of it? And attack speed. It's going to be kind of hard to find. All right, skill haste. Skill haste is 12. What do we currently have? 16? There it is. Skill haste to 12. Okay, that's closer. That's much closer. Attack, attack, attack. Everything attack now. 100% chance to crit. Let's see how these numbers compare to the other numbers. 4,853 versus the 3,771 we had before. Enlightenment, we're looking at 59 enlightenment compared to 291. And the critical damage is exactly the same. 124% critical damage. That worked out well. All right, let's roll him. Oh, I should have done AoE. I wanted to do a whole... it's only 2 pieces of gear, so we can find it again. I wanted to do 5 dummies out there, 5 target dummies, and see what he hits for. On 5. And this is still with the Inventor set. And you can see how nice the Inventor set is. Look, he's got 4 stacks right now. He only drops down the, like normal heroes, only drop down to 3 stacks every. So this is way better than, like this is extremely better than the the Platinum Knight set we had last season. Platinum Knight set gave us, as a 2-set bonus, gave us Enlightenment, which wasn't great for everyone. This 2-set bonus gives us crit rate of 10%. And even with the 10-second cooldown on the battle skill, 20-second cooldown on your ultimate, you're still having... I swear it's like an 80% uptime on 4 stacks. And then the other times it's 3 stacks, which is still 24% additional damage. And we're talking all the time. Platinum Knight before only gave us 30% additional damage on the ultimate plus 10 seconds after. This is all the time. So this set is far better than Platinum Knight. Especially with that crit bonus. I guess Platinum Knight you didn't have to kind of ramp up though. This does take a few abilities to ramp up. So in Arena with Platinum Knight, you got that burst. 30% burst right away when you did your ultimate. Here, you do your battle skill, you get 8%. You do your ultimate, you get 8%. So that first ultimate you do in Arena is only going to be 16% additional damage. Whereas Platinum Knight before would give us that 30 right away. Last season. How is Dragonheir compared to Raid? Totally different. It is a gear collection game, but you got to play it, man. You just got to try it out. It's very different in the sense that you have a tank, you have a healer, you have DPS, and the way that it flows is different. The game, I will say the core gameplay in this game is the reason why I play. The core gameplay, how you set it up and you do teams, we're on the test dummy right now, is the reason why I play this. It's phenomenal. And the graphics are great. Because the seasonal stuff isn't it, but the rest of it is really good. Is this a gacha game? It is, yeah. You've never played this before? I can't believe you guys have never played this before. Okay, right here, Dragonheir. There's a link right there. You can go to that link, download the game on your PC. You can download it on your mobile device. Free to play, just like any kind of mobile game. Play it for free. It only takes your time. Try it out. I guarantee you will enjoy it if you try it out. You just got to try it. Only takes like 30 minutes of your time to see whether you like it or not. But yes, it's a total gotcha game. This is just one guy we're trying out on the test dummy to see what kind of damage we can get with some different gear on the test server. I will show you a roster once we get done with this testing. And I write down this number. I'll show you a roster of the heroes really quick and their abilities if you've never seen this before. I'm surprised people have never seen Dragonheir. There's so many raid content creators that are paid, including myself, that are paid to sponsor this game before it came out. And then during its course that it's been out now, everybody's been paid money to sponsor this game. So I'm surprised that you guys haven't even seen it. Yeah. A little bit more damage, right? It wasn't a crazy amount of damage, but it was a little bit more damage. Without worrying about enlightenment and just going straight on. It looks like you could do kind of either one. Okay, here you go. So you've got the gotcha system. You roll the dice here for your rares, epics, and legendaries. You have banners that you can do summons on. These are two different banners up here at the top to where you select the legendary you want to go after. And then you get an increased chance every time you get a legendary to eventually to a 20 times chance to get it out of 9. Which is really high out of a pool of 9. And then you've got your normal banner here. Let's do a 5 summons. Looks like this. Okay, no legendary there. Did we get any epics? Any good epics? You see your rare heroes. And then if we go to our roster, we can see all the other heroes. So you got the 3D models. They got voice acting. We've got gear here just like you would with Raid or any game. You've got the main stat, then you've got the variable substats that you roll on. This is a legendary piece, so it's got 3 substats. Then when you roll in it, you'll get a 4th one, plus the additionals will go into randomly into these lower substats. Then you've also got these rune slots on the bottom here, and then you've got artifact slots, which artifact slots are very different than Raid, which is really cool. And then the gameplay is very different. Like you just saw me on the test dummy, but when you go in and you fight bosses and battles and dragons and all that, it's a 5-man team. In most battles, a lot of them, you have like a tank in the front, you have healer in the back or support, and then you've got your DPS, and it's fun. It's good. It like really, really is good. So here are the numbers we got on Karf with the Inventor set. And it was really comparable with the Enlightenment chess piece, Enlightenment rune compared to attack.
Remember, you can only see through lies by being a pious believer.
With the same exact critical damage, that's good. We just increased our attack here, which is, of course, just the change of the Enlightenment. And it's just a little bit more damage. This game looks... yeah. It is. It is, man. You haven't even seen any of the boss fights or anything. And then when you're going through, like when you're going through the game, instead of 1-1-1-2 stage, it's like this. It's open world. I wouldn't say it's an open world, but it's like a huge world that you run through. And this is, again, the test server, so a lot of stuff is kind of just queued up. It says attempts available. This wouldn't look this way on my main account because as you go through, you would knock out those areas. But here, you teleport around, you unlock them, and then you teleport around. Makes it really easy and convenient. You come over here to the Frost domain. This is where you get rank up material to rank up your heroes. You have different domains for this. You have different dungeons that you fight these bosses in. Like here's a cool boss that we fight. How many dungeon bosses are there? Grave of Curse, Grave of Rot, Grave of Venom, Ancient Battlefield, Heretical Runes. Then we've got the Tower mode. You have another kind of tower mode called the Pillars. There's a lot of different bosses. Then you've got weekly bosses that you fight. I'll die to this guy really quick because I don't have gear on my heroes to show you. This guy kind of looks like the Fire Knight. Little bit, not really. I mean, he's got a whole different, because the way you fight him is different, right? With the Fire Knight. Now, I don't have gear on my guys, so they're going to die. But he slams the ground. He hits the person in the back, and you got to have high resistance so you can resist that hit, so he'll take more damage. He'll take away all your buffs and get a permanent damage increase. He's going to hit the highest attack person right here with this ability, which is my rat over in the bottom right. And then this one, he's going to slam everybody. So you got to have decreased attack up when he starts doing this move. It just hits extremely hard. You want to remove the buffs on him. Again, high resistance on your back for this back person. We got 2 support in here giving us heals. We got a DPSer doing decreased attack plus slow speed to slow the boss down so we can stay in rotation with him. I've got another one to remove buffs from him. I've got that dwarf in the top right to remove buffs. And these are all rares. Like, I was trying to do this with a whole rare team. But there's a lot. There's a lot to this game. If you haven't tried it, I don't know why you wouldn't, right? Just take 30 minutes of your day, download it on your mobile device. I'd prefer to play it on PC or a large tablet. Playing this type of game that looks this good on a small phone is not the best experience for me. I hate doing that. Go with a tablet if you have it, or play on your PC. Idle run like 10 times runtime. There is. Like, if I want to run this dungeon 10 times in a row or 20 times in a row, you can set up times. You can set up different timing. You can see the boss timing for the moves. And then when I want to do, say, 10 runs through it, I come over here and load up 10, 20, 30, 40. Tell it to go auto. And then at the end of those runs, you'll see all your rewards, like all the gear drops. Yep. Yeah, I don't know where... Yeah, Iron Josh. Yeah, come on over, man. Or at least, like I said, try it out. I would try a game out. If I looked at it and it looks this good, then yes, I would absolutely try it out.
A divine gift it is.
Just like back in the day when I wanted to try Genshin Impact or something like that. Free to download, free to play. You know, I tried out. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go back into the test server though. Sorry, I'm not showing you like the cool parts of the game and then like the other bosses. Like, I didn't even, those were just the dungeon bosses. You didn't even see the world bosses where we fight these dragons and these other, these gnarly looking. Like, the dragons look sick, but this looks kind of, I don't know, a little bit disgusting kind of, actually. When you come over here and you fight this thing, it looks a little bit creepy. It's got like broken off arms. It's got no face with these teeth. It spits out these, it vomits out like these spider things that we gotta kill. And other kind of insects, otherwise it devours them and heals back. It's got boobies on it. I mean, look at this. It's got like a little saggy old breasts. Yeah, so there's, and then the Dragon Weekly ones look awesome too. And then there's a, now there's this underwater one that we fight that looks really cool. That's actually pretty disgusting too, because one of the heroes that we play gets possessed. And then after we fight that hero, the big boss slams down this big tentacle and just basically blood splatters everywhere. And then you go to fight the big boss. Now, most of the game isn't this kind of gory, but yeah, it's got the best graphics I've seen out of any game in the last couple years, without a doubt. All right, where were we? We were at the test dummy. Okay. Rock 2? Yeah, everything. If I were to make a game myself, like if I had the means to be able to make a turn-based gacha game, I would use these graphics, 100%. Even after playing something like King Arthur Legends Rise, I've been playing the beta for that for like a year now, waiting for King Arthur to come out. And the next, I don't know, it's supposed to come out this year. Those graphics with Unreal, don't even, like Unreal Engine 5. Something's up with Unreal, and it doesn't make it to where you can make heroes look as good as this. This is done with Unity, but still looks way better than Unreal, I feel like. I would make a game like this. So we use Karth with
Pirates don't speak of the
attack and enlightenment.
the future matters.
Now I kind of just want to see what his big hit's like. What kind of, like if I put this same exact gear on something like Varesh, and if we're using all attack on him to get the same amount of damage, I showed you guys the numbers, right? What we did with Karf. Yeah, I showed you. So pretty much the same. It's very close to the same. But what is this big hit? I don't even know how we can see like the big hit. Like somebody's saying that he hits hard. I'm just not convinced that it hits that hard. But how can I see? Like if I hold his ultimate, I can't stop him from doing basic attacks. Okay, he's at 8,000. 8,000 to 36,000. That's what it looked like it went up to, right? 8K to 36K. Oh, why do I have this spooky background? Because we set up camp in the spider area. And the Underdark? Yeah, we set up camp in the Underdark, so it's showing us the background. Let me go over here to this one. Okay. It's like a cavern background now. Do look a bit pixelated, though. On Arcelia? You're talking about pixelated numbers? Okay. I mean, still, the game has the best graphics, hands down, of any game that we've seen ever, I think. Free to play, you'll see if you like it or not. Yeah, just try it a few days of free to play. I'm sure once you start playing it for like 30 minutes, you'll be like, wow. You'll enjoy it. It's refreshing compared to the other turn-based gacha games that we played before. Now, I love turn-based gacha games. I can't wait to find another turn-based gacha game that I love to play. So as soon as as soon as King Arthur has their newest update and we see what's going on before global launch, I don't know. I would love to have another turn-based gacha game to play with this game, is what I'm looking to do. Since I know this game so well and I played it so much, I want one other game that's a turn-based gacha game to play full-time. But I just haven't found one yet. There's just not one out that, you know, they're all the Asian anime chibi little characters, or it's all that kind of style game, and I'm just not wanting to do that, you know? Okay, so with Karf with his big hit, we were at 80,000, we were at 8,000 and we went up to like 36,000. Let me see if I can hit this again. Should be the same. I mean, with his 100% chance to crit, it's going to be the same damage. He was somewhere around 8,000. It was right after his battle skill. Like 8,000. And then he went up to 30,000. Well, that was 8,000 to 30,000. All right, let me try this one more time. Just so I can get an idea of what the numbers are. I've already got 2 sets. Let me get one more set of numbers. All right, 86,000 or 8,600. Is that 86,000? That is 86,000. The 365. So it was 86,000. 365. So this would be 80,000 to 300,000. That's what we had before. Okay, so I got a good idea of what kind of damage he's doing with this gear. Now let me put it on Varesh. And see what Varesh can do with his barrage, like the volley that hits everybody. Where's he at?
Heed my command. It is the beginning of
Oh, it's a different element, so I'm gonna have to find gear to kind of match this with attack. Okay, let's get the gear on first. No, unequip. Remove. Where's the old Karf at?
Got a big job coming up.
And you can switch gear in this game without a cost. There's no cost to switch gear. You can save gear sets and just switch them like I'm about to do right here. Quickly. Once you have a gear set that you like, you can do it like this. And then when you want to, you know, compared to the other games that you've played, since you two are new to this, whenever you come over to a hero that you want to switch gear to or run a new dungeon with a different team, you can save that team, save that gear, and then you go into that dungeon, you just click one button, all that gear gets put over onto that team, and then you run it. Now that wasn't in day one, but it didn't take them long to put that in. It only took, I mean, the game's only been out for a little over 3 months now, but it only took them like a month and a half to put that into the game, or like a month, which was very needed, and I'm glad they did it right away. It was awesome. Okay, equip, move that over. We were using the eyeball on him. And then let me see the stats we had back here. So the stats we had on this gear set: 124 critical damage, 100% chance to crit, 4,853 attack. So I need to bring the attack up. Get some crit in here. What's he got here? Man, we're still low, like a couple hundred attack. It might be because of Karf's base attack might be higher, so that'll be fine. I didn't check to see their base. His base is 1,428. What's Karf's base?
World shall return to the end.
Got a big job coming up.
Yeah, 5,006. So it's going to be lower. So that makes sense. So we don't need to try to match the attack. We'll just keep the attack what it's at right now. We'll just put on some same kind of runes. Not with all that critical damage, though. There we go. Crit rate. Okay. Keep the critical damage the same. 124 critical damage, which is the same that Karf had. 100% chance to crit. My guy here, Varesh, has got 4,540 attack compared to 4,853, but that's the difference of the base. His base was a little bit higher, so of course it's going to be more. I think this is pretty fair.
Death.
Inventor set. How many stacks on the inventor set did we have? Oh, we did it around 80,000, so. Oh, shit. Really, we need to look at when we did it rotation-wise. Like, how many stacks did Karf have when he did it? When he did his ultimate. I feel like it's right after that. So 6,000, 61,000 to 28,000, 61,000, 280,000. Right? I'm trying to figure out the burst, just that ultimate ability burst on 5 targets when you go into arena, just kind of how it compares to Karf's. All I need to do is one more attack and we're done. And then I can show you the numbers and maybe we'll have an idea of what I'm talking about, because people talk about Karf hits hard and I just don't know if he hits like that hard on his ultimate or not. 61,000. 280. Okay, it was the same. Now, how many stacks of increased damage did he have on? I think 2 stacks, which I believe is what Karf had on. Yeah, 2 stacks. Okay, same.
Time to get to work. What? My crew offending you?
He said, is my crew offending you? And I'm pretty sure he had 2 stacks on when he was at 85,000 and did his ultimate. Did we wait for him to get one more battle skill attack? There it is. 86,000. to 360. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what's the difference here? Same gear. What's the difference in damage that we've got here? Can you drop that down? Can you? Oh, calculator. Did you see what they did for the balance out the points for people who bug Jorn? Yeah, you can see it in your in-game mailbox. I mean, that popped up a long time ago yesterday in your mailbox. If you ever look to the side here. I mean, I was playing the game and I saw that this billboard came up, this announcement. And they well, no, they did it to the mailbox is what it was. Yeah, everybody's mailbox got a new mailbox and it told you all about it. So we should have all known around the same time. Yeah, Nupkins, I saw it. I guess it's pretty good. For all the people that got in there and got some really high numbers. So this is Karf. This is Varesh. The difference in, or the damage that he did was, we got 360,000, 85,000. We're looking at 275,000 damage that Karf did on his AoE on 5 targets, like total damage, right? And then over here, we're looking at Varesh, because he has lower max attack, much lower attack. Total Varesh got 280,000, 61,000, 219. Yeah, so again, I don't know. I'm not like people who say that Karf hits them in arena. Arena is very subjective to what kind of gear you have, what kind of gear they have, whether they've got legendaries with legendary artifacts. It really makes a difference what kind of defense you have, if they're going off first, if they're setting anything up good, some kind of like increased damage that they have on their side before they hit you. Maybe they hit you with a debuff and Karf has 15% additional attack. You've got decreased defense up. It just, you know, you could be in a lower bracket of arena. Say you're around like the top 500 arena players. Well, there's a lot of variation in power there. You could be at the lower end of that power and be hit by anybody doing big AoE and take a lot of damage. Now, he is doing more, obviously, than Varesh as far as overall AoE for that blast, for that ultimate. But I don't think it's like game-breaking or something where people have been talking about they get obliterated in arena by his attack. I do agree. It's definitely more. Definitely more than somebody like Varesh that's an epic compared to a legendary. Every day you can play at the test server, or is it exclusive to content creators? Yeah, you have to be a content creator, but to be a content creator for this game, it's pretty easy. You just got to fill out a, show them that you're doing content, fill out a some kind of little contract paperwork thing, and you could be a content creator. But if you don't have any videos on your YouTube channel, if you've never been a streamer, then obviously they're not gonna be like, okay, you're a content creator, you're thinking about it, sure. But yeah, it's for content creators. And there are tiers to it too. There are different tiers to it. They're going to balance out points for people who bugged out Jorn. So everybody who did Jorn should get 22 million, correct? And I already did 22 million on Jorn, which was kind of a pain. And now they're just going to give it to everybody, which I guess is fine. You messed up and you saved a low score on him? Okay, that's nice for you. Endbringer, what's going on? Or are there other burns with him? That could be a difference too. No, other burns aren't going to make a difference. He's in there himself putting up burns, but other burns for Karf on his ultimate aren't going to make a difference. They're not going to make a huge difference because we're just getting... we could get a little bit of derivative damage extra, but he's kind of doing that himself. He's putting up burns himself. But there's nothing to like really enhance him as far as that goes. He puts up stacks of burns at a 75% chance, and then subsequent hits will get him a little bit of derivative damage here, but it's not gonna, like in PvP where people are saying they're being hit, it's not gonna, they're not coming in with like a burn team, And like I said again, it's just because it's low level arena, and people were saying they were getting downed by him, and I just wanted to check this because I've seen too many people say that. because they're in lower level arena, you know? Inbringer, what was chat delay? A long time ago yesterday that we did something? Okay, so I'm done with Karf. I don't know what else we could test on Karf. I mean, he's just Karf, you know? What is there to test? I'm not a big fan of burns still. I think burns are atrocious when it comes to, especially the melee ones. I think burns are just kind of a gimmick. I think that they are, you know, all the new heroes they introduced do a little bit more damage than mostly the other heroes. But without control going up through high floors of Fae, I don't think we're going to be able to do well. We should actually try to get really high in Fae and then see if we can just keep blowing up floors. We can do that on my main account because my main account's over floor 90. And I have Karf and Durham leveled up. We can see if we can just keep power through and just keep doing AoE damage to get through there. If we had enough AoE damage, we might be able to do it. And we had enough control. But once we get up to those floors 140, we're going to have to switch teams. Like, we're just not going to use burn. And then burn teams like this, like, check out this team. Check out this burn guy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Most defense with Varesh playing just before Karf and apply defense down. Yeah, defense down. There you go, right? And you're in top 300. So you go in there with Varesh, hit the whole entire screen, get that decreased defense, and then come in with Karf to do even more damage. Yeah, that'll work. You're not going to make a Fae series this season? A Fae series? Maybe when we get higher Fae, but right now it's not difficult. So there's no reason for me to just show the people me blowing up the floors. Like, I don't feel like it's difficult at all right at this moment. So I haven't done anything with it on my main account. Okay, so check this one out. Here we have Varesh, right? We've got our boy Bledin in here because he's a beast. He gives himself, well, he gets 20% additional crit on his 2 abilities that he does, plus 20% attack percentage on his ultimate. I mean, Bledin is no joke. I've always loved this guy from the beginning of time. Now we're going to come in here with him as the main DPS. We've got 2 support along with a tank. We've got Varesh doing decrease defense with Witch's Remains. And of course, Varesh blocks buffs, removes buffs from the enemy, and heals our allies. So in a situation like this, Karf versus Varesh, I would always go Varesh. Any dungeon I can think about, I would always go Varesh. Even in maybe, like you said, Varesh and Karf together I think is great. But even going through the Fae, if we put Varesh Witch's Remains along with a stun set, let Varesh stun everybody out there with those 3 hits, 20% chance each to try to stun, plus apply Witch's Remains, and then have Karf follow up with the AoE, I think we're good. But in a situation like this, there are very few areas, basically is what I'm saying, that I would use Karf in, that I can think of. There just aren't that many areas that I would really use him in once things get hard. But I do think going with Varesh with a stun set, Witch's Remains, and Fae, and then following up with somebody that can hit the whole entire board, because we didn't have, I mean, who do we have last season that could hit the whole entire board besides Varesh? There weren't many. Lil Juanas can hit the whole screen, but she's a limited, exclusive, legendary, hard to get. You did 1 through 80 or something series? Well, we were coming up back then. Back then it was season 1 and we were using rares and we did the floors with rares. This season we didn't even level up any rares except for Sigrid because it's different. Like, it's a totally different experience. Yeah, she can hit the whole screen and she actually does really good damage. The new... Are you talking about the new Radiant girl? But on ranking, if you didn't hit a boss yet, you're at 0 points. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard any news. So here we are. Look at Bledin. Bledin's doing 62% of the damage, right? And we got our boy over here doing 22% of the damage. 2.4 million and then not even a million. Got the job done in 1 minute and 42 seconds. Right? Okay, let's put in a team with the exact same gear. No difference in gear, but it's Karf and Horatius. Now, I've done this to where the lizard, Horatius, he'll go into the pocket and be kind of in, and I'll show you that setup. He'll be closer to the boss right away when it starts. So Karf is in here applying decrease defense. Just like Varesh does. We've got the melee burn guy doing our damage just like Bledin would be doing. Right? We've got the same bonus set up because we're using a different tank. We're using a different... So we've got the 5-team bonus of 15% additional damage. No change in that. I like this rare tank here, getting all this huge HP shields. When he hits more targets, he gets a bigger HP shield. I liked him last season. I was using him there a lot too. Well, not here. I was using him in other areas of the game. Now, Horatius usually dies before here. He usually dies before this. Set up to have skill haste. He's got the same gear as anybody else, man. It doesn't matter the gear. Look, he's dead. He's dead and he always dies. So it doesn't matter the gear. And he's got the same gear as the other hero had. So it doesn't matter skill haste or anything else. We're not trying to get up burns from him. We've already got 10 stacks, so we don't need skill haste for him to try to apply burns. Plus, he's got no accuracy. He's trying to do as much damage as possible. We already had 10 stacks. There's no point for skill haste. You're always trying to figure out a way to like say gear is different. If you have the same gear on the same hero and they're built basically the same way, they're not enlightenment, they're not, you know, skill haste to get additional damage like what's his name? The Dauntless guy that gets a much higher hits when he does his ultimate and stuff. Burn just sucks, man. Burn is not the way to go. He's dead already. And he always dies because he's melee. Burn would be far better off if they weren't melee to do Burn Explosion. I would then agree that they would be really cool if it wasn't melee wise to do it. But Burn is not, like, if you are a new player to Season 2 and you go waste all your resources to level this guy here, then you've wasted a lot of resources. This guy just dies in real content. He dies against, like, we don't even use him against Burn versus Wild for the chief challenge that we have. Doesn't, you know, Wild does way better. Wild does way better than Burns on, what boss is it? This boss. Burn just ain't it, man. It's not it, and it won't be it. Like I said, later on, Burn will be, does melee suck so badly in this game? Because they just get blown up. They take a lot of damage. They're up there next to the tank, and they just take a lot of damage. It's the way it's always been. So you got to make your melee much tankier. And even then, it would be a waste of my time to try to make him super tanky when I could just bring in Bledin or any kind of ranged hero and do the encounter very easily and faster. Like faster run. But Burn aren't good against this guy either with 100% additional damage. Wild was performing far better. Does way better on that boss. On this boss right here, she does. Well, she does way better because it's kind of, she's broken. It's not that, I don't know how she's doing that kind of damage, but she's broken here. Yeah. And it's in the bug report. All you got to do is go to the bug section. Over there and on their Discord and you'll see it. When was that posted in their bug section though? Bug reports. Why'd this go to the top? How is this bug report set up? I saw it earlier. Like I saw 30 days, 1 hour ago. Okay, so it's showing the top ones. 427 million. Yeah, I don't know when it was first posted in here. with wild, but far more damage with your burn ones. Which ones are you using? Are you using the legendary ones? I mean, we've already tested this. A lot of content creators have tested this who stream. The streaming content creators have tested this, and wild always performed better over burn. Now, I don't know if you have the legendary exclusive burn guy. Do you have this guy? I figure if you have this guy, his damage is so increased, even if he doesn't survive that long, just getting in the damage quick enough, he does an insane amount of damage, right, with burns up. And he does a lot of AoE, so he's hitting all those ads. And he applies a lot of burns himself when we tested him when Season 2 started. You can't use a second fire team for this boss until Otherworld Exploration. But if you did want a second team for this boss, and if they were pulling in enough numbers, then yeah, you could have 2 teams for it. I'm going to have enough to make 2 teams for Frost Blast because we've got, you know, like if I bring in this team here to do damage on the boss. Which boss is it that we do damage on? Alton? You know, we've got plenty of Radiant support. And then my next team would be Bledin, Nord. I mean, there's plenty. And then, like, anybody else I want to bring in. We've got enough Ice Blast teams to make 2 really good ones. So I think that's going to be pretty easy once we get out to Otherworld Exploration. But as far as a wild team, once we're out there, Karf and Durham, your Karf and Durham team was doing better. Yeah, it's been proven that the wild team is better than Karf and Durham, for sure. But now, could you get 22 million with them?
Time to get to work.
Could you pull in 22 million?
You're the ones looking to provoke me.
Prepare to charge.
Everybody gets healed. Doesn't matter. It's the whole entire board. Okay. Why are there leaves around this guy? I guess there's leaves in this whole area. Who else do we have in here? Did you bring in any other kind of units? We can go with 1 more support or 1 more DPS. Probably 1 more DPS. Yeah, what was your whole entire team? Karf, Durham, what? Who do we got? Who do you guys... Well, we can look over at our Discord as well. On my Discord for this boss, we can see lots of different teams, like under this boss name. Oh, Hype Pseudo came in here and put up some numbers. So he got, did he get 22 million? Is he showing the damage? Oh, here it is. 23 million. And this is a pretty easy team, I guess, compared to other teams. We've got 23.3 million with just Netta and Erich. And of course, Zarloth, which I don't have. I do not have Zarloth, which sucks, man. Doing all that additional damage with Zarloth along with healing. Look, healing, he did 19% of healing, which I guess is pretty decent, along with 8% of damage. I don't know. I still want Zarloth. He would be a lot of fun. So that's one team I see here with this kind of gear. Let's look at the gear. Here's the gear that they have on. Healing. Debuffs with Zarloth. We're getting 15% additional attack. So that's going to be up pretty often. You're still missing Adolphus. Get him from the selector box. If you've already got Garius, Furbath, all that kind of stuff, definitely get Adolphus from the selector box. I feel like Adolphus is a legendary. Torrent. Okay, you got Torrent in there. Yeah, it's really hard to get support. I don't know if a lot of people have Torrent. I don't have him myself on my main account. It's hard to get really good support for Fire and Necrosis. Let me see if there's any other teams that people have put in here since yesterday. I don't know the damage on this team. What did they say? I tried with 60% defense chest. Still, he would die. So I realized the DPS needs to do as much damage as possible fast. That's true, right? We need to do as much damage as possible fast on this boss. This is Sasha talking in our Discord. And I see this team here, but I don't know what kind of damage they did. Did Sasha say what kind of damage they got with Karf, the Rare, Tauren, Horatius, and then we've got Isolde there. Oh, maybe this is it? 22. Oh, they did 22 million. So this one reached 22 million. Is this you? Who were we talking to just a minute ago? I'm glad I put all the names here on Discord, and I did a YouTube video asking everybody to join and post all your teams. This is great. I love being able to come in here and see these teams. So we've got this team, 10%, 61% additional damage. Now, I'm assuming Tauren might be keeping... I don't know who Tauren's keeping alive. Tauren can give his additional stats to Horatius or to Isolde. But there's no... Okay, and then he's going to heal. Yeah, then he's going to heal in here. Here we go. Here we got another wild team with Felicity and Erich together. And we've got Jorn in there. No Adolphus, no fire buffs, and Psyche Core either. And she's not scrolled yet either. Okay, this is 12,000. So that's a 12. There's another 12,000. And remember, all we've got to get, if you're going to summon 40 gold dice, all you got to do is get 11 million. Is 11 million the tier or 12 million? I think it's 11 million. All you got to do is get 11 million on each boss that you fight. Jorn's speed buff is a big deal, and his increased defense is nice too. But yeah, getting turn meter increase so we can get as much damage in there as quickly as possible is always going to be great. So either or, I think you're right. 2 teams will be fine. Like if you can make 2 teams eventually, and if you have the support, I mean that's a really high. Like all these teams I'm seeing, even if you did a wild team with Tauren, they're gonna do fine. This wild team is pretty nice with Netta pulling in 23 million, but I don't have. I feel like this is pretty accessible for people though. We got Horus for free, Erich for free, and Netta's a rare. So then all you need are 2 different epics. I feel like this one's pretty nice. Now, I don't know if we can make some changes to this or not to... And Netta's pulling in 44% damage. Look at that. Let's copy this one. Let's copy this one and see if we can take off Zarloth and bring in some other kind of rare support. Is there a rare... Or let's try to bring in more damage. Let's try to bring in more damage and just really DPS down. I doubt we could do it, but I like this. Let's try to make it even more free-to-play friendly to where all we need is Adolphus. Without Witch, but it's 11 million team at least. Oh, without Witches on there? Yeah, I didn't see the full gear. Did he post the full gear for this team? I'm sure Witches Remains is on. But I don't think anybody's using any other artifacts to... Yeah, Witches Remain is on Varesh. That's right. Or Zarloth, I'm sorry. But when we test stuff out on the test server, we're not trying to use any other legendary artifact besides Witches Remains. And she's got... Oh, because of shields, she's got the candlestick on her, right? That's a good team, though. That's a good team. Could you replace Adolphus with... Maybe. We could replace it, but I don't think it's going to keep Horus alive. But we could try it. I mean, we got her for free. A lot of people should have gotten her for free last season. So this would be...
Got any fire? No? I'll handle it.
Don't rush. Slow
Let's
down.
bring him in as more DPS and see if we can replace Zarloth with this guy. Because I wanted to try out this guy with that other set. When we have more attack, we do more damage. Plus, we're going to proc our wild procs more often. Netta.
Who will be burned down to ashes this time? Do you see me as a freak too? No, I'm going to think that way.
There's another rare that we could use that does a lot of damage, but she's melee. And you know how melee is. Melee's going to get messed up. Like, messed up severely. Ooh, you know what we could do if you do have a Dolphus, right? If we do have a Dolphus, let's see how much healing we get with this. I don't know. There's a point to where basically at like 8 stacks, we gotta get in as much damage as possible and we're done. Right around 8 stacks. I mean, if you're not getting all that damage in, you're pretty much going to be toast eventually. So even if we brought in somebody like this to put up shields right before Adolphus puts up shields, it's not going to work out, right? We have nobody to do AoE damage to take care of the ads here, so this wouldn't be good. Plus Erich, everybody got Erich in season 1.
Down to ashes.
So this guy would be in place of Zarloff, but now we don't have anybody to apply our Witch's Remains. Not a good person to apply Witch's Remains. We don't have anybody with multi-hit to really apply it on here. Hello, how you doing? Did I miss your comment? 13th, same name as Twitch. I put a screenshot on your Discord the 13th. But what screenshot? For what team? Yeah, I mean, we could do it on Erich for his ultimate, but his ultimate does 5 random attacks. And we could get, we you know, depending on how many ads he has out, we could get it on with Erich. I was trying to keep Erich more damage heavy, though. You want somebody to do a team with him? Why? And removes a buff? Well, I don't think we need to worry about removing a buff, do we? I don't think anybody's going to do a team with him. I don't think anybody can do a team with him that's going to make sense. It's just not worth it. We get an attack penalty, which is good. And whenever our units die, if they die with this buff up, then they come back to life with 30% HP and then they'll immediately die again. It's such a waste. This guy, I don't even get it. We've got a legendary like this that will revive everybody. It's 75% of their max HP. And we don't have to worry about having a buff on. She'll just revive everyone. And she actually puts a buff on that if they die, they come back to life too. So I don't get that guy. I just don't understand him. He is extremely terrible. And even if they just made him to be an exact copy of Syphilis, he would still be better off, which she's an epic, you know? If they just gave her this exact skill right here that he can resurrect people and they come back with 30% HP, resurrecting somebody that's dead is far better than trying to put a buff on them to bring them back. Because that buff has to be up when they die. That buff can be removed. That buff can be blocked. He's just not... They need to revive some heroes. They need to make some heroes better, man. They really, really do. All right, let's put some gear on here. So Netta's going to be our main damage dealer. She's going to do the most. Let's get her in this Inventor set here. 100% chance to crit. Let's put her with the eyeball. Somebody's got the, okay, he's pumping out some critical damage gloves with her, and he's putting her in the arcane music box because we're getting a lot of buffs up with Adolphus. Let's put her in this first. And we could go critical damage gloves, and we could get I don't know about a lot more, but we definitely could get some more damage out of her, for sure. Accuracy, we don't need accuracy. What about attack with critical damage? $107. Okay. And dice to get that legendary. Yo, LeGame, how's it going, bud? Was it a waste of time to get that legendary? It really was. It was wasted dice and wasted time. Although for the dice for him, we just had to summon. So it wasn't like I summoned the Drist. The Drist event I had to summon on his specific banner and only get him. For this, it was summoning on the normal banner, and we got a few extra goodies, just like we're doing right now for our Drith. So it wasn't bad. Like, I don't mind doing the summons. I just mind getting excited and wasting my time. He was the first legendary, the first event we had ever for the game. Like, we started playing it, and this was like the first event that popped up, so we were all excited about it. And that was short-lived. You got the Trial Epic 100 fully geared, and you're correct. Hey, the game, nice. The one that does the slow speed and then also decrease attack. We could use her here, right? We could use her here, but she's melee. We would make her tanky. She could be our tank. What if she's our tank and does decreased attack along with slow speed compared to Horus? I mean, Horus is a beast as far as how long he can tank, but we could try this out later on. We can see that if she slows down the boss enough that we could put more DPS and just try to get as much damage in as possible. And just put her full tank. She's got enough defense to go full tank. That's how I play her on Ancient Battlefield. Where'd Horus go? But our boy Horus is massive. Okay, let's get a tank set on him.
I've never lost a fight.
A little bit of accuracy. Defense, defense. Defense with HP substats would be nice, but we don't want to get too crazy. Because even my gear on my main account isn't like perfect. Like, we don't want to do this. 23% additional HP. That's really broken. Okay, give me a defensive piece. With, wow, 4 hits into defense. Jeez, man. All I've got are cheater pieces. Here's defense with skill, haste, accuracy, crit. All right, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit normal. And then we're gonna go with the Scarab, right? You know what I've noticed this season too, and I don't know if you guys are in the same with me, but I don't have a lot to upgrade artifacts. I feel like maybe I've upgraded a lot of artifacts and kind of spread myself too thin. But I feel like it's just taking forever for me to get additional upgrade material to upgrade my artifacts. So if there is an artifact that I look at that I want to level up, I think what it comes down to is there's just too many artifacts. And I don't mind that. I want a lot of options, but that means that there aren't. And it's kind of like the same thing with heroes for every season. There's too many heroes for every season. At the end of the season, I'm only going to be able to level up a small portion. I'm not going to be able to level up on my main account. This is the test server. But on my main account, it's not like I'm going to be able to level up my whole entire roster every season, especially with new heroes being introduced. I'm only going to be able to do a select few, which I kind of don't like. You try her fully booked? Which one? Oh, yeah, I tried her fully booked. She's fully booked in the video I did when I did Arathi Basin on her. Would Hubberg and Filto work together? Yeah, they'll work together. I mean, they both do amazing AoE damage. Filto does both amazing AoE and single target because he's doing his ultimate so much. Hubberg single target damage isn't the greatest, but his AoE is insane. It's really good. Okay, so where's the Scarab? Okay, Adolphus, I believe, has enlightenment, defense, and we could put him in a healing set. Yeah, we can, because he's not doing anything else back here, right? That's smart. Let's look for at least 1 hit into enlightenment. We got 2 hits there. I just want 1 hit. Three hits. That's a nice enlightenment piece. Wow. Man, I wish all these that I'm doing right now were my main account. Get these lucky hits on my main. Okay, let's replace that. 1 hit into enlightenment. Okay. For this, I'm going to go with crit rate.
If you want to live, you'll be treated.
Okay, defense with enlightenment substat, like maybe 1. 376 enlightenment. We got the crown fully maxed, and we'll get a little healing whenever he does his ultimate. Okay, great. Great. Now we just need to gear out Erich. Now we're going to put Witch's Remains on Erich, right? Because he's the only one that's got the multi-hit for us right now. And then we can try it with the crown. After Witch's Remains, if we can hit 22 million pretty easy, then we'll try it with the crown to see what kind of damage we do. I don't know how well he's going to apply this to the boss. I mean, he does 5 random attacks. Sometimes he does like 4 attacks on an ad, and he won't even hit the boss. So I don't know how well this is going to be. This is not going to be anywhere near as well as Zarloth pulsing the ground and putting up decreased defense on everything. And we're really gimping our boy here. Crit rate accuracy. What kind of gear set are we going to go with? Inventors? Because we get the 10% crit rate, makes it easier. And it's awesome. And we know it does like really good damage. Uh-oh. That's a low crit rate. Crit rate accuracy, what do we got? Attack accuracy, critical damage. She's got the best chess piece. We need to steal this from her. He's at 88% chance to crit. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to need accuracy. $33? Man, that's nice. 286. $101 on the mark. Still not going to be pulling off a lot of damage though, because we are accuracy and accuracy. Should we try this little rare? I don't know if this little rare is going to do anything. You need the moose rally hero, Lorentho, the little Fae on the moose. He's strong. He's strong. He gives that turn meter increase. He gives that rally to your team, 40% additional attack. He does make your guys hit hard, that's for sure. All the legendary rally are pretty sweet. Same cannot be said for the rare and the epics. Some of the epics are okay. Defense, defense. So this guy gives a shield based off of his max HP. Now, we're not trying to go big shields with him, honestly. We're just trying to get a shield up. But still, we can go over some more healing. I don't know. We're just going to test this out really quick, so I really don't care what we have on him. But let's go with a healing set really fast. Anything. Just, yep, that's fine. Is that HP?
Drat. Not enough gem powder again.
It's defense. Just give me some HP. But it is more of a DPS race, so I don't think this guy's going to help us out here.
Be my firewood.
Heed my call.
Over before it began.
Okay. Net is going ham. Can we get that? Witches Remain? It is up because there's no other ads out right now. Can we even take the ads down in time? Because if we can't take those ads down, he's going to do really high damage on that battle skill.
Over before it began.
Oh, Adolphus is going much faster than our boy here.
Tools for you.
I've got to set them up on auto time to have the rare go first and then
My firewood.
Adolphus go after.
Heed my call.
Over before it began.
I mean, honestly, this doesn't matter too much because Horus is going to have HP shields up on himself quite often.
Firewood.
Ah, is the rare not booked? Oh, he's booked. He's at 18.7 seconds. 18.6, so only a second higher. And Adolphus shouldn't be hitting himself with increase in ultimate either. $16 seconds.
Be my firewood.
Heed my call.
Now, has everybody done calculations on summons that you've done? Like, I mean to say, have you already calculated out how many total lunar shards you're going to get and then how many summons you're going to need?
Be my firewood.
Because I think a lot of us don't need to get 22 million that often. I know we're working on 22 million teams because when we get to Otherworld Exploration next month, we're going to want to do as much damage as possible overall, right? So we can get higher, we can get some more sand core, we'll be able to get more rewards at the end of the season if we do that, right? If we do better. When he reaches crit? When he reaches what? What is that?
Be my firewood.
What is the crit something? Oh, he's not even on right now. Adolphus is way out of whack. Jesus, man. He's not even on. There we go. Now he's turned on.
Be my firewood.
Now, if single target damage from Netta can go up this high, who else can we pull? Can we put Alfie in here? I'm curious to see what Alfie can do. But then we don't have any way to take care of... Well, no, we'll bring Alfie in place of this little rare that we're messing around with. The Shielder rare.
Be my firewood.
Try to hurt me. Heed my call.
Over before it began.
Few will build tools for you.
But no matter what, we're dead at like 8 stacks, right? So bringing in additional support, I don't think is worth it.
Be my firewood.
We just got to get the damage in.
Try to hurt me. Heed my call.
Over before it began.
Few will build tools for you.
All right, decreased defense is up.
Be my firewood.
Try to hurt me. Heed my call.
Over before it began.
Tools for you.
Be my firewood.
Before season 2 starts, season 3? What's going on with season 3? You're ranked 27. You're on season 1, 23 days left. You got a ways to go. Yeah, you know, we've been having a discussion with this within ourselves, not really with the company. and not really with the community managers. We've been having a discussion within content creator chat, just within the content creators, of what's going to happen for season 3. And are they going to keep the same, like, are they going to keep everything the same for season 3? Are we going to go into season 3 and literally have a game that's exactly like this, exactly like season 1? This is basically like season 1, 1.2, right? Are we going to go into season 3 and it's the same? Are we not going to try to bring everybody into season 3 and have them play together? Are we not going to, you know? We're asking the company to kind of explain to us what their long-term goals are and give us an idea of what's going on. This is all content creators the last few days. We've been asking this a lot. We've asked this for quite a while, but we've been asking this a lot the last few days. You know, is it the same structure for season 3? Are we going to have 30 days until that increased gear drop happens? Are we going to have the same Vortex boss, the same chief challenges, the same world exploration, the 4 to 5 days of the in-game boss? Will players continue to not be able to play on the same servers with each other, start the same seasons together, all that kind of stuff? Okay, we didn't survive long at all. Or we survived probably just as long as any other, but we just didn't do enough damage, that's for sure. Fire. All right, Fire. Who are we going to bring in? Alfie?
Rush, slow down.
See what Alfie can do?
After your meal, an apple pie treat.
What elements we choose? Server conditions. What?
Life's so sweet.
They need to do something. We need server conditions based on the element we choose. What do you mean? It's still not synchronized with everybody. Yeah. I think that's the biggest folly for the seasons. I think all seasons, in my eyes, should start at the same time. I firmly believe that to keep the player base enjoying the game, to keep you playing with your friends, because if you tell your friend to play this game, he's on a different day than you're on. And then if he tells a friend to play, that friend's on a different day than he's on. Everybody that tells down domino effect is on a different day doing something different, something that you've already done or something that you haven't done yet. So it doesn't really keep for a good community, I don't feel like at all. I feel like this game, that's its #1 downfall. And to do that, they need to do something to where when a new player starts, like every new player always goes through that little Child of Chaos area. Going through that new Child of Chaos area where you get Hexandra, they need to just go ahead and give you Horus, Adolphus, and Erich. All through that beginning area going to the Child of Chaos. It only takes like 30 minutes, 45 minutes to do that whole beginning area. And then everybody starts on the same season together. Everyone. Like right now, what would happen is if season 3 was starting in a week from now, everybody's server would end in a week. And you would get rewards based on where you're at in that season. And then you would all, like anybody in the world, would be starting season 3 together. You'd still be playing with people from your server, so it's not like you're going to be at a disadvantage. You're only playing with the people that you started with when you started the game, so that's fine. You're not at a disadvantage. And then we all start that season together. Everybody's on the same banner. You're on the same event. You're on the same everything. I think that's the only way to really save it. It's commercial suicide not to synchronize. I agree, man. I think it's the biggest folly. Also, when you advertise that season 2 is coming out and it's this new underworld thing, and season 3 comes out and you advertise season 3 as being, let's just say this new huge dragon event or something, and then somebody joins and then they start out at season 1 and you've been advertising season 3 and they don't see any of that season 3 stuff from it just doesn't work. It can't work. It can't sustain that way. And that's what we've been talking to them about in content creator chat, and they're just, we've been talking to each other in content creator chat. They have said nothing to us. We talk to each other about it in here because we're concerned. We love the core mechanics of the game. We love the way the game looks, but we're very concerned about the structure and the separation of the player base and what their plans are. No, well, okay, wait 6 months and you'll get there. What about when we're on season 5 and 6? When we're on season 5 and 6 and you see them advertise this new big event, come and join us, just like they did advertisement for season 2. They talk about all this underwater stuff, and then you start the game and you're starting at season 1. it just can't sustain. I mean, nobody cares. Nobody cares about what's going on in season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5 when everybody's split on all different days, all different seasons, and it gets worse and worse as the seasons go on. So a lot of content creators are really, and I've brought this issue up many times back when this season started because we wanted to know how it was going to happen. Voice to text sucks. Yeah, it's not going to play well. I just feel like, you know, we talk to each other in content creator chat and it's just between ourselves. It's nobody else. I don't think anybody's listening. Nobody over there is really listening, I believe. It's just a shame because I feel like the core mechanics of the game are amazing. Like the gameplay style of it, I think are really fun. Is really fun. Amazingly fun. Okay, I'm putting this Emperor set. No, I'm putting the wrong set on him. I actually wanted to put on this guy the set that gives us the additional... Oh, we've already got it saved too. This is good. The Emperor set, right? Oh, Netta's got a piece of the Emperor set on? Oh, we'll give her those gloves back. Okay.
Take your time. Haste breeds mistakes.
Only insects grow out of stagnant waters. Hope and opportunities are created in changes.
There she is.
Do you see me as a freak too? Oh, you aren't wrong to think that way.
She's got a lot of crit rate.
Take your time. Haste breeds mistakes.
90% chance to crit. That's good enough. We definitely want to give him a lot of attack. Because he's got the gear on to where we need high attack to overcome. What can we do with attack, though? Oh, yeah, he doesn't use an ultimate skill. We want to put this on him. The Mana Core is perfect for him because he only does a battle skill. That's right. Nice. And we need to group everybody up so they'll do...
Take your time.
Let me do that now. Well, this is grouped enough. Doesn't really matter. We can spread it like that. He'll put the Nexus down. One. No, he should drop it here. I don't think he's going to care about Horse. I hope he doesn't. We'll see what he does on full auto.
Take your time. Haste breeds
All right, we want to attack with crit rate. And give me the same. All right. So this guy's supposed to get upwards of 50% additional damage if his attack is really high. And he gives himself 100% additional attack. So this is what I'm hoping for this set will do really well with him. Eventually he's going to get up to 100% additional attack, which should increase his attack quite a bit to do pretty good damage. We'll see. $16 seconds, 20 seconds, and 15. Okay, I guess we'll just let them do their thing. He's fast as well. Netta's going to go. Let's see where he drops this Nexus. The ultimate. It gives us a 50% chance to increase to do our wild procs.
Be my firewood.
I can't see where he put it. I guess he put it on those three. It looks like they're always wild procking. He's already got 6 stacks up for his increased attack. But his damage isn't great.
Over before it began.
Tolls for you.
A positive. B.
Defense aura and attack down to stay up. Uptime 100% for what? For this guy?
Try to hurt me.
Yeah, you shorten it. Yeah, you shorten it. But if they complain about it, it doesn't matter. They're starting a new season when everybody else starts. All players only will have to worry about it one time ever. If you're a new player starting, you'll have a short season whenever you start. That's just the way it is. And then you'll be in sync with everybody else, and you will always be in sync. But yes, whenever you start this game as a new player, you would end the season early to start with everybody else on the new season. But you're still playing with only other players that started when you did, and there's no advantage or disadvantage. You're only playing with those players. And that's the way you have to do it. Otherwise, the way it is right now, it's not sustainable. It is very, very bad. 5 stacks. I guess he's doing similar damage to... Yeah, he's doing similar damage to Netta right now. Netta's still blasting it away. He said, stay positive, be happy. Do you hear this guy? The bard? All right, we're at 7 stacks. It's about to all fall apart. I think this is about it. We get to 8 stacks. Horse should fall over pretty soon here, right? And there's a lot of ads out. Oh, he's still alive. Still barely alive. Come on. Hang in there, Horus, for one more rotation. I mean, this is pretty good damage, I guess. It's not bad. It's not going to be 22 million, though, I don't think. I do think Alfie is pulling in some damage. Oh, right then. Pretty good. I mean, Alfie was right there with Netta in damage. I feel like that does pretty nice damage. We got to find a way to go one. No, we need like 2 more full rounds. I mean, I still think that's pretty sweet. Let me at least screenshot what we tried here. And maybe we can build on this somehow. I don't know how we could survive longer, to be honest with you. Maybe we could have somebody... You know what? Maybe we put Eric's gear on that gives him 15% additional attack to the team. Let's try that. Eric's has got the Inventor set on right now. Man, my beard is getting itchy. And it's looking, my beard is looking terrible. I don't know how much longer I can handle this, guys. I don't know how much longer I can handle a beard.
Knowledge brings composure, especially during the chaotic war times.
Okay, we're going to put the Whisper on him. That's not correct. He has crit rate on right now. Yeah, he does. All right, so Whisper gear. Crit rate and accuracy. $303. 304. It's a pretty nice gear set. Okay, he's got plenty of accuracy. Now we're going to get 15% additional damage to our 2 DPSers from time to time. He's doing this additional healing, enlightenment, resistance. Why does he have resistance on?
I've always been this caustic.
What else could we do? I mean, it doesn't really... Like, we could do attack. Try to get a little bit more damage. Attack. lowers enlightenment a little bit. Let's go attack plus enlightenment. It's kind of cheating. We got 3 hits in enlightenment. I feel like that's a lot. Let's go attack with crit rate.
If you want to live,
Okay, he's got crit rate. He's still trying to do some damage. Enlightenment, enlightenment, attack. All right, a little bit more attack on Adolphus. A little less damage on Erich, but he's not doing a lot of damage anyways. But he's kind of our only AoEer, so I'm kind of scared. If the ads are up a lot, what's going to happen? Inventor's set. And then here we're using the Emperor's set. If we could have 15% additional attack up more often.
Over before it began. It's for you.
Okay, it just fell off. And Erich is quite a ways away from doing his ultimate again.
Over before it began.
I'm missing the action for my missus? No, I'm not. Even though she's not happy. Drax, she's not happy about it, man. She's not happy about seeing this beard. But I feel like the beard is getting worse. Like when it's short, it's okay. It's not that bad if you have like a short beard. But it's just starting to get itchy. And really annoying. I think the lip is the worst part about a beard. But I do want to grow it out, you know, kind of maybe like a handlebars kind of thing. Just to play around. But I definitely don't think it looks good on me. Kind of looks a bit homeless. Kind of looks a bit homeless, doesn't it? Before the boss third skill. We could try to time that out. We could try to give Horus a little bit. Since we don't really have to worry about what Horus has on him. We got to worry about the gear set. We could give him some runes that have skill haste. And that shouldn't be too hard for people to try to fish for. Defensive runes with skill haste on it. At least one hit, at least one skill haste on it, you know, something like that. We could try it. But he's not going to stay in tune with the boss is basically what it comes to. The boss is on an 18-second cooldown. Horus's ultimate is on a 20-second cooldown. We'd have to have skill haste gear along with runes to bring it below 18 seconds. So there's no way to stay in tune with the boss. So what you're saying is accurate, but there's no way to stay in tune with it. Because the boss is going way too fast. He's got out a lot of heroes too. Remember, whenever he's got all these minions out, he does additional damage on this battle skill there. But I guess Erich is kind of taking them out. Like I could save it right now. Since he's at 8 stacks, but I don't think we're gonna. Are we gonna get a heal anytime soon? Man, might have been able to go one more, but 9 stacks is kind of it. And we didn't do well. We did almost do our 19 million. We did. But I don't think Erich's doing less damage, less AoE damage like he was doing. And adding 15% additional attack helped out. Oh, we can't get him lower. He's not even scrolled. So if we scroll him... Do a lot of people have Horus scrolled? I never had to worry about scrolling him on my main account because he was so strong. Like season 1, the guy was so strong. It did so well for me. I never even worried about scrolling him.
The snow wolf's ears, and the
Okay, he is. He can stay with the boss now. I got a 4.5-year-old beard. The first month or two was the worst. Yeah, it is. Just be patient. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. We've tried to do this one other time. Within my streaming YouTube career, we've tried to grow a beard one other time, and I don't even think I made it this far. I think I made it around this far, and then I gave up. But you're right. You got to get past that point. You definitely have to make it past that point to where it will look a lot better and stops itching. You gotta just make it through. Just be patient. You'll be happy to be in the beard brotherhood. A lot of people have him scrolled since he's the best starter. I know he is. He's so strong. I just never had to have him scrolled. Okay, so we'll time him out here for the bosses. 18 seconds. Let's see. It's 6 seconds in between. His ultimate only lasts for like 5 seconds, right? With the damage reduction. 5 seconds. And hit recovery. $17, $18. He's pretty quick right here. HP lead is all we got. All right, let's try this really quick, and then we'll take Erich back to the gear he had on before. We'll take him back to the normal damage gear he had, Inventor set, and take him off this attack buff. Okay, nice. Have to trim it to make it nice and not make it look so homeless. I mean, do I look homeless? I don't think I look homeless, but my mom and my wife do. My mom and my wife say I look pretty damn homeless. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, and then we'll trim it up and make it look nice. Make it look like it has some kind of form to it. A purpose. 36%, 29%. And Alfie, we didn't test Alfie with the Inventor set compared to the Emperor set that we have on him right now. I'm just assuming the Emperor set will do well because he's got 100% additional attack, and we should have 200% attack of this boss. I hope. Good place to save some snacks. Get some breadcrumbs in there. It's so gross. A booger catcher. Yeah. What's up, Demon? How you doing today? We're trying to get some serious damage on this boss. Now, the boss just did not get decreased defense. That's going to hurt, right? Anytime we do a whole rotation, it's a long time before we get up to that Erich's ultimate again. If Erich does not apply it on the boss, we've got issues. I think that's going to cost us quite a bit. And look, he didn't apply it again on the boss. There's too many ads. Who else can we bring in that does multi-hits? I don't have Varesh. Oh, Zarloth. I don't have Zarloth. Bring that in. Who else could we bring in to really get it? Frozen Solid here in Kansas. I did laundry this morning up on the balcony, and even though it was sunny, my hands were freezing. I put on a jacket, a hoodie, an extra one. My hands were freezing, man. Doing laundry was freezing. Karf? He does match the element. We could bring in Karf to make sure we get that decreased defense up. That's really all we need because look, it's not like Erich is bringing in crazy damage. And he doesn't need to be here to help out with their wild procs. Their wild procs are going to happen regardless. And it's not like Erich's wild procs are doing anything extremely special here. We can. Karf will hit the whole entire screen and get us that decreased defense up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll get up the decreased defense no matter what. What are we at? Or we're at the 19 million again. So if we had 100% uptime on decreased defense on the boss, I'm wondering if we can get to that 22 million with these two. Is what I'm wondering, right? And as far as fire goes, we don't need anybody that does damage. All we need is somebody that will apply decreased defense on the boss for us. So it could either be Durham would do it. Does he do extra hits? Yeah, we could either use Durham, we could use Karf, we could use... Main MC would be kind of interesting as damage. Because it's on a 16-second cooldown. I wonder what kind of damage the main traveler will do if we put it in a good gear set. Now, Witch's Remains isn't going to proc. We've only got one chance to proc it, so that's not going to be great. But, I mean, every 16 seconds is pretty nice. Man, too bad this doesn't hit. Could you imagine if this hits 3 times? Be so nice. You wish you had your Karf scrolled? Dane's only got 1 hit here. We got 3 hits with Total Nan. What happens if we don't take out... If we don't take out the ads, like say we ignore the ads, is he going to ramp up and do way too much damage on that battle skill and just wipe out Total Nan? I'm sure he will, but let me try this before we go to a legendary. I need to make some more inventor sets. I guess we got a lot here. We're just going to put her in defensive. We're going to put her in some defensive gear. Attributes, crit rate. We're already at plenty for her as far as we can go critical damage. Critical damage with crit rate. 9, 8 with a lot of attack. All right. No, wrong. There we go. Well, I thought I was going to put some defensive gear on her. Maybe we'll put the Scarab on her. Let's find some defense. She's already got so much crit rate. 86. Okay, that's fine. She gives herself 20% additional crit rate. So she's over 100. So now if I put her in... Scarab? Oh, Horse has a Scarab on right now. What can we put to make her a little tanky? Yeah, Felicity's awesome. I don't have Felicity. I was trying to do a non-legendary first. I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't have Karf, don't have Felicity, but we can try Durham, we can try Karf, we can try Felicity, we can try all those with it. Yeah, we can. The banner? This banner. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The banner's great, and it's rare. So we get a lot of additional defense. You are correct.
The glory of fire.
That's a good call. That's a really good call. Okay, new team. We are on 17 seconds. 18 seconds. Now we got to set up our... Did I hit save? No. Is she not scrolled? Oh, come on. You gotta scroll our girl here, always. Anybody who used her last season would have scrolled her. All right, now we got to make sure that we do this little empowerment thing and cover. She's going to run up here, right? 1, 3, whole row 3. Okay, let's see if we get that additional wild proc for our team there. By him. Yep. She wild procced, of course. Wild procced. Okay, good. Oh, we don't have Witch's Remains. We got nobody doing Witch's Remains. That's how we were supposed to set up Total Nan. We were supposed to actually give Total Nan Witch's Remains. Now we've got no decreased defense. And why is the boss attacking Total Nan? Like straight up using basic abilities on Total Nan. Look at him. She didn't run up? I thought she ran up behind or after. I thought she ran up after Horus. No, she didn't. Okay, there, she should run up. Is she gonna run up to the side now? Yeah. Okay, that's better off. All right, no decreased defense. Let's see what happens. Yeah, she's not targeted now. Let's see what happens with no decreased defense at all. It's probably not gonna go well. But we should definitely put the crown on her because crown gives her additional defense. All right, let's do that. Let's not play around with this because I don't think it's gonna go well. With 0 decreased defense, but let's at least put the crown on her. Will we have enough accuracy though?
Glory of fire endures for eternity.
No. Man. So we're making her tanky and we're giving her a lot of accuracy. I mean, it's kind of like, why do we even have her in here now? I mean, she's wild. She does do wild proc. She's a wild one. Let's go defense percentage. No, we need accuracy. Let's go accuracy here. HP defense skill haste. Critical damage, crit rate. Attack, critical damage with crit rate and accuracy. She gives herself 20% only, right? 20% crit rate. Well, we do have critical damage on her. I don't even think at 201 she's going to apply. We can't do food here, right? Yep. Even with 5 hits, I don't think she's going to apply decreased defense very often. Okay, we got it the first time. And I don't know what's going to happen with all these ads since we're doing 3 single target damage dealers. What's going on with the ads? How are we going to take care of those? Bet she dies 5 stacks. She'll probably die around... Most times melee died around 7 stacks. But yeah. The whole team dies around 9 stacks. So as long as she can last to about 7 stacks, I think that'd be pretty good. But I can see that the ads are really circling her because we don't have anybody to take care of the ads. What's up, Blood Sample? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're negating her DPS, but she's not the one doing the most damage. We were just putting her in here just to see what we could do with the non-legendary options. Yeah, she's not doing that much damage, though. Not as much as these other two are. Ancient Battlefield 9 is a scam. I just cheesed it. What's going on? What's going on, Nupkids? You cheesed it. Next week, my Vortex team. So you were trying really hard to do it and you couldn't, and then you just put your Vortex team in and you got it made? Or you're not able to do it? Did you see my video I did on that new epic that you can get for free? Okay, Horus is actually provoking the ads too. All right, 5 stacks. We got 19 million with the other team.
Over before it began.
You got her? Okay. We gotta get somebody in. Do we not have an epic that does multi-hit? We just need a multi-hit epic that's ranged. Or rare. Maybe that's what you need. I don't know. You can see my video if you want to see my video. I did that video without the staff on Garius, and I'm able to beat it. And you pulled a dupe Frost Legendary? Oh, you can get the Ice Blast artifact? That's nice. That's a lot of good damage. Even though I don't have... I was just talking about how I don't have any material to level up my artifacts. I feel like I'm kind of spread thin on leveling up artifacts. This guy will actually remove the increased attack buff that he does too. Which I don't know how important that is to remove it. We got melee here. This is random. Hold Orc would work. Well, Hold Orc only does one attack, right? Felicity would be nice. We could try out Felicity along with Durham and Karf as our decrease, as our Witches Remains person. Oh yeah, she would cast this again. If we time her to get a wild proc when he has this, when Alfie has this domain up. We could actually put it on her. We could put it on her, but Thea, unfortunately, she's melee. But it would be nice if we could, if she was ranged, it'd be sweet. It'd be nice. One attack too. This one? No, she'll do multiple attacks here if we get a wild proc. And with 50% additional chance, we'll have 50, 60, 70, 80. It's random hits. On a random enemy. You're right. On a random... Why does it have to be a random enemy? Man. So that's the same as having Erich in here. And we were having problems with Erich. That sucks. Burgess doesn't have a lot of cool options for Witches Remains. All right, since we're not worried about a lot of damage then from that person, what about Adri? Oh yeah, somebody said Adri here earlier. I forgot all about this. All right, we're gonna put him back in position here, position there. And we'll have Adri right in the middle. Okay, somebody mentioned this the other day. They were like, why don't you slow her down with Adri and knock back that ultimate gauge? Just to try to get more damage in there faster. But again, oh no, she'll do our Witches Remains and our crown. And she needs that accuracy anyways. Okay. And we can go kind of we'll go full damage on her for sure. Who did I have that gear on? Who did we just try this on recently? Total Nan? Let's go back to the Whisper set. Whisper. Whisper. Let's get crit rate. Any set crit rate with accuracy. She's got plenty of accuracy now. Attack and what? Is that right?
must temper my resolve.
Okay. So this team right here, we got 19 million with Erich and these two wild people, right? 19 million on that one. This one was a no-go. Right before she does. And she can do this as often as possible. Do we put She scrolled. Okay. Okay. Not to drop them before. What's going on? Stay positive.
Over before it began.
I won't miss twice.
Okay, we got decrease defense up, yes. Slow speed on and knock back that ultimate gauge. We might need a timer to knock back that ultimate gauge. We don't want her to do it right after the boss does a skill, because then she won't knock anything back. Like kind of like right there. Might want her to wait another second. But again, we have nobody to do AoE damage, so we're not really taking care of the ads very quickly. And those ads here, the skill damage increased by 20% whenever he has an ad up.
I won't miss twice.
Over before it began.
Be my firewood.
Our little man's not doing as much damage as he was before. It doesn't look like. She's pulling in 47% damage. He's pulling in 30. I guess he's catching up some now that he's got 100% attack.
Over before it began.
Maybe we should put him in an Inventor set 2 and see if he does better.
Firewood.
I guess the ads don't matter too much. Single targeted.
Twice.
Over before it began.
Be my firewood.
Try to hurt me.
This looks like good damage for 4 stacks, right? I don't know. Say we get up to 8 stacks and we do the same amount of damage, that would put us at kind of where we were before.
I won't be my
There we go. We knocked him back. We slowed him. Decreased defense again. Okay. If we can make it to 8 stacks, that'd be 20 million. That'd be pretty amazing.
Over before it began.
be my firewood. I won't miss twice.
Adri says she won't miss twice.
Stay positive. Be happy.
Battlefield not on my server. It looks like I was the first non-legendary team. Were you? Because that team that I placed on YouTube was a non-legendary team, and that was the first one on my server. I don't even know if my server has any non-legendary teams currently. Because when I look and I hit that non-legendary button, there was nothing.
Be my firewood.
Nothing at all.
Before it began.
Stay positive. Be happy.
Stay positive. Be happy.
Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
Come on, Horace. You're a boy. You can do this.
Stay positive. Be happy.
I won't miss twice.
Horace is out of...
Be my firewood.
Since we're slowing the boss and Horace is out of whack for him to be able to do his ultimate ability.
Began.
We got to manual it.
Stay positive. Be happy.
I won't miss twice. Be my firewood.
I need a heal. I need a heal. Come on, Adolphus. Give me that battle skill.
Stay positive.
All right, Horace is proccing his ultimate. I need a heal here. He's got a shield on too. That's beautiful. He's still alive. Ladies and gents, we're getting close to our... We're getting close. No! This is our best one yet. Man, we're getting close too. Look at that. 21 million? What? Okay. Now, Is Alfie really benefiting from that gear we put on him? Would he do better with the Inventor set? This is pretty good. This is actually pretty damn good. Let me check Ancient Battlefield and see if we... Ancient Battlefield. And see if there's anybody else that did a non-legendary team yet on my server. And my server is the server with all the content creators too. Not bad, guys. I think that's not bad at all. All right, view recommended lineups. A lot of legendaries. Show non. I don't show any. It says no recommended lineup has cleared the stage, which is weird because I've cleared this stage. So it's not. I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing me, like myself, on here as a recommended lineup, because I've done it. Why are you using Netta? She deals insane damage. What did you just say? What did you just say? Did you really just say what you said? 45% Netta. Netta is a beast here. No scroll up experience for this new epic, as I got Adolphus, Zarloth, other good epics I just pulled. Quite a lot of possibilities for teams. Yeah, those are great epics. They would unlock a lot of possibilities for teams. Okay. Yeah, Netta's doing insane damage on this boss, guys. If you're not playing her, play her. She is freaking killing it. I don't know why, but she's killing it. So user. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this so I can show how well we've done so far. But I feel like we just need to either get some RNG or play around with some gear and we'll be solid here. Uh, 21 mil. Let me post this in here. Okay. Redeploy. What do we got? We do have Witch's Remains. We're not going to be able to do 22 million without Witch's Remains. You know? We're just not going to be able to. We've got crit rate, attack, accuracy, attack percentage. I don't think we're going to do better than this. So she is locked down, right? And she only did... How much damage did she do? She only did 7.2% damage with our Adri. Now, I put this gear on him, right? Emperor's set is supposed to give us 50% additional damage if we have 200% attack over the enemy. And the only reason why I wanted to test it on Alfie is because he gives himself eventually 100% additional attack. So I'm assuming that he's getting this extra attack, right? The 50% additional damage. I'm assuming. Now, if he's not, we could put him in an Inventor set, and then he would be getting the 34%, 32% additional, and then 24% at times. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be the best set for him. I don't know why, but I think it's going to be. She is in the Inventor set with crit rate gloves, the eyeball, attack, and attack. 107, 171 critical damage. Does she have critical damage gloves? Crit rate. No, crit rate. She's built easy. I mean, anybody can do this build on her. With crit rate gloves. And eyeball. Him, he was fine. We already put crit rate on him. With enlightenment and attack, so we tried to increase his damage a little bit. Oh, and then we needed to make sure we keep Horus going, and we need to make sure that we have Adri do her ultimate when the boss didn't just do his, you know?
Stay positive.
Be my firewood.
Happy.
Over before it began.
Like Adri would do, I'm going to do it right there. See, she knocked it back quite a bit and slowed him down. I'm just going to micromanage this. Horus did it when the guy's doing his ultimate. We just need to make sure Adri knocks back
Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
enough. Like, you don't want her ability to go off right after he does a skill. Like, right now it's good. Knock that back, knock back. Good, good, good.
Stay positive. Be happy.
Be my firewood.
Over before it began. Try to hurt. He shall decay.
I won't miss twice. Be
Over
my
before it
firewood.
began. Try to hurt.
Stay positive. Be happy.
Over before it began.
That bard yelling, stay positive and be happy the whole time. So funny. Oh, man, I should have done her ability.
I won't miss
I should have done it before.
Stay positive. Be
Over before it began.
happy.
Be my firewood.
Try to hurt.
Come on.
I won't
Right there.
miss
Get it?
twice.
Nice.
Stay positive. Be happy.
Over before it began.
Be my firewood.
Try to hurt.
Stay positive.
Okay, not yet, not yet, not yet. Now.
I won't. Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
Stay positive. Be
Be my firewood. I won't miss twice.
Over before it began.
Uh-oh. I did Horus's ultimate, and then I knocked back with her, which isn't good because he fell out of it. If we would have done that in way later rounds, we would have been in trouble.
stay positive. Be happy.
Be my firewood. I won't miss
Shit.
twice.
Over before it began.
We didn't get a slow speed there. We missed a slow speed. We need to look at her accuracy.
Stay positive.
I think we need to increase her accuracy a little bit.
Be my firewood.
Just in case.
Over before it began.
I won't miss
Stay positive.
twice.
Be happy.
Try to hurt me.
Be my firewood.
Man, Netta just killing it. Netta is absolutely killing it.
Over before it began.
I won't miss twice. Be my firewood.
Try to hurt.
Come on, baby. Get that damage in there. Go, 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 team. Come on.
Be happy.
All right, Adri, knock this baby back. Give me that slow speed, too. Come on, knock it back. Slow speed. Let's go.
I won't. Be my firewood.
Oh, we're so close. We're there, guys. We're there. We're there. We can do it. We can do it. Horus is... I need a heal. I need some kind of heal. Don't die. Don't die. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. Come on.
Over before it began.
Nice.
Be my firewood. I won't miss twice.
This is the team. Let's see if we can replace Alfie with somebody else, though. Did it. This is it. This is the freest plated team that I've seen yet, for sure, to do this with. $23 million. Okay, let's get the lineup, redeploy. Let's take a picture of this. Not like this lineup matters much, but at least, you know, you got to show them. And then the gear. Let's show them that we've got Witch's Remains on here. Unfortunately. Where did it go? Where'd this picture go? Save. There it is. Okay. And the gear. This is our gear, right? Yeah, that's it. Now, who do you think we can replace Alfie with? Alfie's making it so Netta will wild proc 100% though. Like she's always going to wild proc, which is adding up to a lot of additional damage. And he's getting that 100% additional attack, so he's not doing bad himself. Plus, we've got Mana Core on him, which is great because he doesn't have a battle skill. He doesn't have an ultimate. He's only got a battle skill. Looks like everything's lined up great for them, but I don't know many people who have Alfie and Alfie scrolled, but at least if they have them, they can see that they can do this, right? They can be like, okay, at least he works here this season. There's the gear. All right. Everyone is scrolled, right? Everyone is scrolled. Okay, all that information's in my Discord now. What can we do to replace Alfie? Any ideas? OP Gamer, what's up, my man? Yeah, but she's got 3 chances though. Even though she is a 75% chance, she's got 3 chances to apply it. So it would be very unlucky for us to hit 25 3 times, but it can't happen. It's just very, very unlucky. Angaria Staff, which should be my 3rd legendary artifact. Your 3rd? I like the Hourglass. I think the Hourglass is very good for a lot of heroes. I'm always looking for accuracy on a lot of my heroes. And to get that skill haste, it's crazy. Yeah. I actually enjoy using the Hourglass on a lot of my heroes. I'm always looking for accuracy. And the skill and the speed up, the frequency that they can do their battle skill and ultimate, it's pretty crazy. All right. If we take out Alfie, I don't think it's going to do as well. I don't think then Netta's going to be popping off like she's been popping off as much. She's still going to do well, but she's not going to be the 100% chance to wild proc like she's been doing. Who would it be? Who do you guys think? Go back to Erich? Because Erich is something that everybody got last season? Okay, you're right. You're right. Let's try that. Good idea. Good idea, guys. Full damage Erich. And it's good too because we can use this for his battle skill because his battle skill is the AoE hitting everyone and doing damage. Where his ultimate sometimes isn't even doing damage to the boss. Let's test this. No, I don't want Emperor set. I want Inventor set. $8.24. That's nice. Okay, he's got well over a crit that we need. He's got accuracy still on? Okay, we need to take care of that.
Battling is like playing a musical instrument. Practice makes perfect.
Okay, Erich full DPS with the Inventor set. We've got Netta over here, same gear. Everybody else, same gear. Oh, I got to manual this because Adri's here. All right, let's see what we get. I had 5 champions left and he had 3 and calls it a draw. It's so stupid. I agree, man. They need to change that. They need to increase the damage and lower the healing at the last minute. It's pretty silly. You hate her so much? Man, I love this girl. Ticket runs based in the days. Oh, your ticket runs. Doing your yeah, but she's so strong, man. Knocking back that ultimate and slowing the boss makes it so we can do a lot of good stuff. I love Adri. Okay. I gotta micromanage the 2 again, and that's it.
Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
I won't miss.
A little bit too early on that horse right now. Way too early on that horse, man.
Be my firewood.
Okay, I'm just getting warmed up.
I won't miss twice. Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
I mean, Erich is doing well because it's AoE damage, right? Oh, shit.
Miss twice.
I keep doing her move right after the boss did his move.
Over before it began.
Seems like a lot of damage for 2 stacks. 2 damage stacks on the boss. This looks pretty good.
I won't miss. Be my firewood.
Over before it began. Over before it began.
Be my firewood.
I didn't even do Horus's ultimate. I was too busy looking at Adri's turn meter and the boss's turn meter to even worry about Horus's ultimate then. So sad.
My firewood.
I can't multitask.
Before it began.
I won't miss twice.
We're going to be short, man. 5 stacks? There's no way we're going to make 10.
Firewood.
We're not going to make it to 10 stacks.
Began.
I won't miss twice. Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
I won't miss. Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
Be my firewood. I won't miss.
Tolls for you.
No slow speed there.
Began.
This is going to hurt.
Be my firewood. I won't miss twice.
Okay, we got a slow speed that time. Nah, we got it. We got it again. We got it with... Okay, we got it with Erich. This is actually even better. This is better than having Alfie because a lot of people might not have him. This makes it even more free to play. Knock it back. Knock it back. Quick, quick.
I won't miss twice. Be my
There we go.
firewood.
There we go. Even easier for free to play. Well, I don't know about free to play, but you know, easier for free to play for sure. And low spenders. And I think I have this team kind of leveled up, and I didn't want to use scrolls into Alfie anyway, so this works out well. 25 million. Let's go, baby. This team I can make. Like on my main account, I can make this, and these guys are already scrolled. This is far easier than any burn team, right? Way easier than any kind of burn team, I would say. Let's see. Desktop, Erich. As above. Okay. So you just need to have Adolphus. That's basically it. All you need to do is have Adolphus. Otherwise, you should have the rare. You should have the other rare, the two rares, Netta and Adri. You'll have Erich. You'll have Horus. That's it. All you need now is Adolphus. I don't think we can make this any more free-to-play friendly unless we brought in that one epic that does a little bit of healing. Without witches, you want to see how much damage you can do? It's not going to be 22 million, but let's try it. I mean, 30% compared to 50%. Hey, let's try it out. Yeah, why not? We did 25 million. Maybe we do 22 million without witches. Hey, it's possible, right? It's possible. Let's do this. There we go. Let's save that. Let's look at our gear lineup. Okay. Artifacts. We've got the crown on and the same gear. Let's do it. I think it's possible. He's the only fire epic you don't have, Adolphus? He's like a legendary. He's so good. Do you have to re-scroll your heroes? No, no, no. Scroll, stay on all your heroes. Always. Spent so much bread and you only got 2 enlightenment runes from there. Yeah, we need more runes to drop, because when the runes drop, it's for a specific element. When we get gear drop from the harpy, it's, you know, we can put that gear on anybody. But from heretical runes in ancient battlefield, we need a lot to drop there. But perhaps, yeah, I think you might get 22 million. Let's do it. I'm excited. And plus, I don't have it fully booked out as far as our elemental advantage. All we're doing is getting 15% additional damage.
Over before it began. Funeral bell tolls for you.
And if we're lucky enough to get the skill haste up enough, or not skill haste, but the recharge speed penalty up enough, we could do better.
Over before it began.
Honestly, if you have Witches Remain and you put the crown on Horus to let Horus get decreased defense up as well, you're probably going to pull in a lot more damage. Like, say you have Witches Remains on Adri, and then you have the crown on Horus, you can get even more damage in quicker. Because you'll have that decreased defense up from her right now when she pops this, and then Horus, when he does his battle skill, or his ultimate, he'll also have a chance to apply decreased defense. And you'll be able to get all your damage in much quicker. And 22 million, no problem. I don't think he needs a scarab right now, to be honest. I think we're okay without the scarab. Especially with that additional damage, maybe. I don't know. The scarab might give us a few seconds at the very end when it procs. I don't know if it's actually saving us. It could save us, though, because it's giving us a shield, too. And then if Adolphus comes in after that shield, it could be pretty nice. Yo, why'd that guy hit me with his ultimate when I was doing my ultimate? That dude just cheated. I clicked to do my ultimate, and Horus went way behind. I think we're going to be a little short, right? Just a little bit short.
Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
I won't miss twice.
I don't think it's going to be too bad, but I do believe we're going to be a teeny bit short. Because we're already at 6 stacks, 7 stacks now. We're pretty far behind on damage, it looks like.
Be my firewood.
It's crazy how much it increases. How much it helps out our team and increases damage. Witches remains. Okay, she can get this in right there. Nice.
Be my firewood.
I guess it does help. There was a big shield from it. And then it's every 45 seconds or 30. I don't know. It looked like it helped out right then
I won't miss
to keep Horus alive. The scarab.
Be my firewood.
Come on, Horus. You need some heals. You need some heals, man. Keep him alive. One more round. Oh, man. He could have gotten a heal just a second later from our boy back here, Adolphus. And we could probably fish and get 22 million.
Be my firewood. I won't miss twice.
Yeah, I think you can fish and get 22 million. You just got to try to get that horse alive. Okay, you could get 22 million too if you filled out your elemental advantage to get additional attack too. Yeah, Scarab was 45 seconds, but it did help us there. Okay, I know for a fact you can get it with... Because look. I think we could either fish for it just to have Horus last one more round. If he would have just lasted just one more round right there. If we would have got that heal off from Adolphus, he would have been fine. Because Adolphus was right at doing his ultimate ability. And then easily, if you put points into Fire Necrosis here for 10% additional damage, 10% additional attack, you got it made. But I don't even have this filled out on my account right now. Later on, yeah. When we go to the Otherworld Exploration. But right now, I've only got 3 into Radiant and Frost and a couple into Negation of Damage. So it just depends on how you're doing your elemental advantage right now. Yeah, at the end, right? At the end of the season when we do the Otherworld Exploration in a month, well, less than a month from now, when we do the final last month, you'll have this filled out. You'll at least have these filled out. You might not have all the way over here to something like Fire and Necrosis if you're not using it that much, but you'll have 10% more. So this is still viable with Witches Remains, I believe, easily. Let's do it one more time, though. $270 plus he's getting 50 from the elemental advantage. Accuracy. I don't really think she's being resisted, but just in case, let's go with attack. Accuracy. Okay. One more time. One more time. Let's see what we get. But that's wild, right? Witches Remains 25 million, 25.396 million. And then we're using, oh, I already messed this up. And then we're using the crown and it goes down to, what was it, 20 million? So 5 million difference, 19 million? Yeah, right? That's gigantic, isn't it? It just shows you how powerful Witches Remains is. And it's so much more powerful than that because it can apply to everyone out there on somebody who does a big AoE with multi-hits. And it's so sad that it's gated behind getting a duplicate legendary that you just can't do the next season. It's not like you're going to get Erich the following season. I wish you could. I wish there was a free-to-play way, and there should be a free-to-play way to get a legendary artifact. Oh, damn it, too early. Besides RNG summoning gold dice, it just that's too much RNG. RNG summoning gold dice and then hope to get a duplicate legendary of one you've already got. Come on. Come on, game. Our Witch's Remain should be in the arena shop and let you get it over time with arena tokens, something like that. Like they have that one artifact. There's really got to be a way, because they can't... Here's the thing. They can't balance the game well with that much of a difference in damage. They really can't balance the game well. It's just impossible. How do you make content to be challenging or too easy if you have something like that? This doesn't make sense to me. Did we miss slow speed again? Or I can't remember. Slow speed. No slow speed again there. Man. Getting pretty unlucky here. You hope to get a duplicate? One of the 8 legendaries? It's too difficult. It's way too RNG to get a duplicate. It really is. And they're adding more legendaries every season, so it gets harder and harder. Right? Harder and harder each season you go to get a duplicate legendary, because all they do is flood with legendaries. Man, I wasn't even thinking about that. So each season you get unlucky to get a duplicate. It just gets worse and worse for you. That's not good. With no way to get Witch's Remains. This isn't looking good, guys. We're not even going to do as well this time. I don't feel like. I think we missed 2 slow speeds, which is hurting us. And Horus is way out of whack, isn't he? He's not even trying to do his move on time now. Oh, nope. The boss got him beforehand. Shoot. I think once he's out of whack like this, we might not be able to get back up. Horus is like... No, he's at 16 seconds. Yeah, he can. Come on, live, buddy, live. 9 stacks, that's pretty good. You know we're going to die soon. All right, slow speed is up. Ah, he died during that move, not even the ultimate. Well, you got to have that elemental advantage. I'm pretty sure you got to have that elemental advantage, and then you just got to get lucky, right? Just got to hope to get through here. Yeah, inspirations are for Krakens for sure. I don't have any hero inspired on my main account, and you know how many gold dice we've opened. We opened up like over 300 on the brand new banner for season 2. 300 gold dice. And then we opened up a crazy amount of dice last season, and I don't have any duplicates. Well, I can't say I don't have any duplicates. I've gotten plenty of duplicates, maybe 6 duplicates overall, or 5. So I could have put them into inspirations, but I got to do it on artifacts because those artifacts are really strong. So none of us normal people are ever worried about inspirations. Instant burner on Adolphus make a difference. We wouldn't get as big as shields, but he'd get his battle skill down from 20 seconds to 18 seconds if that's what he's at. What's 10%? So it would lower it by 1.8 seconds. Is this skill haste on these too? Okay, this is skill haste here. Yeah. And healing. Instant burner. We can't tell. It doesn't like show us. It's just 10%. Unleash ultimate 10%. Let's see what happens. That's a good idea. Let's see if it makes a difference or not. Little less shields, little less healing. It's not going to affect us too much, I don't think. Maybe we'll get lucky with our slow speeds as well. And always apply a slow speed. All right, we haven't missed one yet. Slow speed. But really, when we get to that stack, that many stacks, you're gonna die. I mean, we're pretty much all gonna die no matter what. Our tank's gonna die.
I won't miss twice. Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
This is why Zarloth is so good here too, because he does the slow speed. And it's extremely strong on all these bosses that we fight. Any continental boss that we can slow them down and damn it, knock back their ultimate gauge,
Miss twice.
it adds up to a lot of damage. Because we can only fight them for so long.
Be my firewood.
Over before it began. All's for you.
I won't miss twice.
No, no slow speed there. And I keep messing up the knockback, the ultimate.
Firewood.
Over before it began.
Dude, what's up with that?
Try to hurt me. Fuel tolls for you.
I won't miss twice.
Okay, we got a slow speed there.
Be my firewood.
See, we'd have to go to 10 stacks to really perform well with how we're tracking. Oh, if we can make 9. Let's see if we make 9. And again, if you had that elemental advantage for 10% additional attack, you got it easy. You got 22 million very easily.
Be my I won't miss twice.
Over before it began.
If I could have somebody knock back his ultimate a little bit more, we could do Adree's ultimate 2 times before the boss takes a turn. We could knock him back twice and slow him twice. That would really help.
Over before it began.
I won't miss twice.
She might be able to get it 2 times here. No, she's not fast enough. He's not slowed enough.
Be my firewood.
It's going to be close. She might be able to get it 2 times here. She did it at the very beginning. Oh, she's tracking like she's going to do it twice. Come on, get him, get him, get him, get him for horse. Nice. There we go. Scarab just procced. I feel like we're doing less damage this time, actually, for some reason. I don't know what we changed, but are we going to hit 20 million even?
Tolls for you.
I won't miss.
I don't think so.
Be my firewood.
Over before it began.
9 stacks.
Tolls for you.
I won't miss. Be my firewood.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it early.
Over before.
He still died. I was doing it right there at that battle skill. Come on, baby. Oh, he did his ultimate and crushed everyone. Oh, man. So close with no witches remains. No legendary artifacts. So close. Okay, no witches. Oh, I should have done this view. Hold on. Let me put no witches with this view. That was pretty nice, right? What? So witches remains is the best legendary? Yes, always. The best to get. Revamp. What's happening, buddy? Almost there with no witches. That's pretty cool. Putting in some work on this boss, I feel like, today. No witches. Overwrite, yes. Redeploy. Let's go to the gear. And then I also want to take a picture of our elemental advantage. One. And let's go over to here and show that we don't have everything maxed out, so you could always easily make it. Okay, that's good. We got a boss that we can do. We can do the same thing with the Ice Blast boss. And we can do it with this boss without Witch's Remains. That's 2 bosses that we know we can do 22 million without it. I feel like it's time to move on to another boss. No witches. Gear. And then where's my elemental advantage? Where'd it go? I don't see the picture for it. It's there. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Pretty nice, right? I'm off to bed. Have a good one. Okay, you too, buddy. I think I'm going to take off too. It's been 3 hours. 3 hours went by really fast because I was having fun doing this. Went by really fast. I thought we were only going to be at like 2 hours or so, but this is pretty good. We'll end it at this. I'll do a YouTube video tonight on this formation and all the stuff we tested. I'll put up our stream online as well. And tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know if there's another boss that's easy. I think Toll War is actually pretty easy from what we tested before. So we should go to Toll War next. I feel like we've kind of done this boss to death. This chief challenge, we've done a lot, right? The Ice Blast one is really easy. And then I feel like Toll War, people said he was hard, but when we went in here and we used a really high resistance Hexandra, we had Hexandra over here, our whole DPS team over here like this. Hexandra was here with high resistance. He only threw a mushroom right there. It never bothered any of our DPS. We used Yagnats. Vanny was doing crazy damage. Yagnats was doing great. We had him in here, and then we had her.
More thrilling mysteries to uncover.
We had Iola to do decreased defense. So I feel like we need to do more variations. When we put when we put Zephy in place of Hexandra, we got up to almost 19 million with this formation. So we just need to try out some things. We need to try out some new things and try to get close to 22 million without legendaries. Even with using epics, whatever, just no legendaries. Locinia +6. What? Do you do 2 bosses now? No, we do 3 bosses this week, right? Do we only do 2? Yeah, we do 3 bosses the first week. 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. Yeah, so you got to do 3 this week. Oh, you don't have to do Jorn because they gave you Jorn for free. I already did Jorn. So I've got to find... And now I can do the fire boss. And then I did the radiant boss. Okay, I've already done 2. So I just need to do... My third one will be the fire one we just did today. Jorn was free. Yeah, but I already did Jorn. I did Jorn and I did the Ice Blast one. Very easy. So now I'm going to go do the fire one this week. And then, yeah, you're right. So those 3 are the easiest because they give us Jorn for free. Ice Blast should be really easy for a lot of people if you have Ice Blast. Even if you have Nord and some other epics, no problem with the with that one. And then now we've got Urzilis that we just did. And we can work on doing these guys for next week. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow. Same time as always. If you have any ideas or anything we want to work on, think about it, write it down, tell me in Discord, and we'll do it tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Later, buddy.